cool right now.
What's good, Bomb Shelter? Yes, 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 we are doing it again. My name is B. As he's told you, I'm a poet and visual artist, and this is Being Art. It's this quick little snippet of 5-minute art segment where I'm going to let you know what's going down in the art world. All right? So, real quick, we already got our featured artists for this month. Make sure you give it up for Sophocles in the building. Sophocles is an artist after my own heart. We both met on the train station because we forever drawing people on a train. But this man took it to the next level, right? Because he made an entire sketchbook, an entire art book out of the drawings that he's done of people on the train and mastered it, did every single subway line. So make sure, yes, every single subway line. Hold up, peep game this. Did y'all even know there was a such thing as a Z train?
Yep.
Right. Right. Most of y'all don't even know about that, so get up on your game because this man hustles hard. So he's about to do a little presentation for us. I'm going to let him speak a little bit about himself and let him say anything that he wants to y'all for real quick before we get into his presentation. All right?
Thank you very much, B. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hey.
So basically for the past year and a half, I've been collecting subway sketches that I do of just the people in the train, inside of the trains, and more recently I've become more consistent, and I've been drawing every single time I'm in the subway. And my goal was to get a drawing from every single train, like B told you, and I finally reached it. I had an art exhibition about a week and a half ago, and I made this booklet here, which I call my subway sketchbook, of the best drawings that I chose from every single train. And I put them together with a bunch of different art supplies. So, if you look at the back, I show you the tools of the trade. And I forgot my clipboard out there, but I basically just use a clipboard that opens and holds your art supplies and paper inside there. And then I just draw on the train. And I've become so good at it that I can even draw while I'm standing up now, even if I'm not holding the bar. Yeah, sometimes I have to do a skip step back and shift my weight, but these are the basic art supplies that I use. I don't know if everyone can see it in the back, but stemming from ballpoint pen, which was the first tool that I used, because it gives you that nice 4-color red, blue, green, black option, and it's fast. I don't have to pull out multiple pens at the same time. But then after I started experimenting a little bit more, I worked into pencil, brush pens, colored brush pens, double-sided brush pens. I got Crayola markers, and I even went to Crayola crayons just to show some of my students, because I'm an art teacher as well, that you can make great art even if you're using Crayola crayons, which come for what, like at the dollar store, what, $1.29 for like 24? You know what I mean? And I put the book together to be an example to all students and kids, and it doesn't have to be kids, it could be, you know, teenagers, anybody, that you can make great art if you just work really hard at your craft. It doesn't have to be drawing, it could be singing, it could be acting. Just work hard at your craft and eventually you'll become adept enough that you can do whatever you want with it.
And speaking of crafts, Sophocles has another craft. He's going to do a little bit of poetry with you and showing you some of pieces that were inspired by those poems. So give it up for Sophocles while we give this.
Okay, so basically I wrote the poems first because I was inspired by a project I did with my cousin. We published a book of poetry and illustrations. And then I wanted to do it on my own. So I wrote the poems first, and then I illustrated the pieces after. So it starts out like this. It's called Hell on Earth. We run, we no longer can hide. Only in each other we can confide. The evil of man has torn apart our pride. Hooves, nails, paws, claws, feet drag drearily across the tattered street. Our eyes reflect bitter defeat. The tangerine sun, once warm, is blocked by dark clouds in a swarm. The sound of death is deafening like a storm. The red-purple haze of dust after the calm stings our eyes like cracked lips to lip balm. Yet still we withered beasts carry on. The yellow-orange flames burn as in a dream. They slice through grass and trees like cream, causing the surrounding earth to seem too tired to show strong emotion. Our shadows scream like a savage ocean. Parents carry the dead with depleted devotion. Companions and friends drop like flies. With each corpse, our souls slowly die. Lonely tears strip down tired eyes. Our faith is tested every night. The birds barely sustain their flight. God, why do we endure this plight? The remaining fish are carried in jars. The lakes and seas are filled with tar. From their homes, they have traveled far. Our only hope is to flee to space, to leave behind the human race, to search for ecosystems in a new place. Most are mangled or mixed mutations due to fallout at the power station, shedding uranium perspiration. The shiny steel vessel is just ahead. We make it inside, but most are dead, just before the boom of the last warhead. So you see this image over here, basically the spaceship that the characters, which are mutated animals, create. Because of the mutation, they become a little more intelligent. They escape the Earth just as it's exploding. And we move to the next one. The next one's called Animal Planet, and I cut it up for the parts that go with the next 3 illustrations. So it starts like this. The voyage from Earth was long. Their spacecraft passed the moon. They passed by solar systems all year long, how sublime, as if they were in a cartoon. Planets, nebulas, comets, stars lit up the black and white void of space. Rainbow colors set their mouths ajar, brought smiles to every face. The splendor of the universe soothed their tortured souls. Light years from man's curse, swallowed by a black hole. Terror struck as they feared the dark. The ship began to tremble and quake. Gravity in complete control of their arc. They fight to stay awake. As the tremors subside, the elder cries, "Look, light!" Finally, they reach the end of their ride, their new home in plain sight. They gaze at the chartreuse sphere. Yellow rings cross like an X. The planet has an atmosphere. Gone is the animal's vex. And then the final page, you see what all the characters look like as they find their new planet and their home. The ship lands on rust-colored rock. They have reached their destination. With haste, the animals flock toward an oasis of vegetation. Mammals, birds, reptiles, fish, insects, amphibians, fish, embrace their exile. They have finally got their wish.
Give it up for Sophocles! He's got so much more art. And thank y'all so much for checking out Being Art. Make sure you check out Sophocles. There's 2 tables over right outside the door where you get to flip through this sketchbook. You get to talk to Sophocles. You get to take a business card. And he's going to tell you right now where you can find him at online.
Thanks, guys. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter under Sophocles. That's the name of that's my username, like Sophocles, and tunes like cartoons. And you can find that all outside on my business cards, the back of the sketchbooks. I'm selling them as well, and I have my illustration and cartooning portfolio, so you get to see a little bit more of my work personally up close. So if you have any questions, feel free to talk to me outside. Thank you all for listening, and it's a pleasure coming here and meeting you tonight.
So next up to our last section, featured artists, which I know we've all been waiting for.